come on in. This is the Cassidy The Cardslinger show here on My Psychic Connection, and I am so excited to be back with everyone. I hope everybody's week is going well, and happy August, everybody. It is August 1st, or it could be August 2nd, depending on where you are tuning in, but welcome. Do come on in and let me know that you're here. Do say hello, and if you're interested in getting a reading tonight, I'd like to see those specific questions. So I am here this evening. I will be doing readings both by donation and for free. If you would like one of those free 2-minute readings, go ahead and type that specific question into the chat and we will get to you as soon as possible. If you do want to go ahead and jump that list, the donation link, there's a couple of cool things that happen when you donate. The first thing is you jump the list and you get my attention immediately. Particularly the mega reading jumps all of the donations, but the quick read, the mini read, and the mega reading all jump the free list. So I will get to those questions very quickly. Also, a portion of all of the donations this month are going to the Shriners Children's Hospital. So we're absolutely honored and blessed to be able to support the work that they do with the support that you folks offer to our channel. So thank you so much, everyone who has supported our channel. And if you are here tonight, do say hello. Let me know where you are tuning in from. We are an international community, and we love seeing where everybody is tuning in from. If you're interested in a general reading tonight, I've got only 2 options for you. One, you need to win one of the games. And in fact, the game tonight will be the emoji contest. So whoever sends the most emojis throughout the show tonight will win a general reading with me a bit later on. Otherwise, head on over to www.mypsychicconnection.com and you can connect with one of the readers over there, and they will answer any of your general questions or mediumship questions that you may have. I've also got a couple of other games going on tonight. We will have the yes-no game going on. So start thinking of those yes or no questions that you would like to have answered. I will also be doing the Cardslinger call out. So if there's a situation where you feel it's maybe a little bit stagnant or you might need a little bit of a push in a different direction, the Cardslinger call out will be coming up a little bit later as well. What else do I want to say? We are on, guys, over 196. That's 196 different platforms. So there is a whole bunch of you and only one of me. I will try to get to as many folks as I possibly can here tonight, but do be patient as I make my way through the list. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, do go ahead and like this video, share me out far and wide. Firefly Magic is here saying, hi, Cassidy. Hello, Firefly. Lovely to see you. Kelly is here. Hello with some hearts. Hello, Kelly. This is so nice. The crew is in the house. Jean is here saying Cassidy the Cardslinger and Journey Ryan. Hello, loves. Hello, darling. Kenny is here. Hello, hello. This is so excellent. Shar is here. Hi. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Teresa in the house. Hi, coming from Baltimore. Right on. Yes, see, let me know where you're from. Kelly is tuning in from Orlando, Florida. This is so great. Check this out. Shar is here from Massachusetts. This is, the Avid Everywhere song. Oh my gosh. Mystic Sense is here. Hello, my darling. Come on in. This is so nice. Do say hi. Do let me know where you're tuning in from. I am so happy that each and every one of you are here tonight. Let's take a look. We'll do a quick deck check. So as a cardslinger myself, and I will just reiterate this in case we've got some new faces here. I am a cardslinger. That means I am here to offer readings using my cards. I've got tarot decks, oracle decks, Lenormand decks, playing card decks, and I'll read with them all. Flora is here tuning in from Boston. Hello, Flora. This is so wonderful. So let's see those specific questions. Let's see where you are from. And those emojis are going to be started to be counted right away here. So whoever sends the most emojis will win that reading a little bit later on. So quite excited about all of that. My deck check here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 11 decks available here this evening. So if you've got any questions, I will sling all the cards for you, darlings. Jean says the dirty South. This is awesome. Kenny tuned in from the Caribbean. Welcome, Kenny. My goodness. Sounds wonderfully warm and beautiful down there. So I hope you're having some nice weather. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick my very first deck, and we're going to get right started. So who have we got first? Folks, this is the lightning round, and you know what that means. And in case you don't, allow me to explain. For the next couple of minutes, I will be rapid fire answering your yes or no questions. I am not able to answer who, what, when, where, why, or how. I can only say yes, no, or undetermined to your questions. So you can go ahead and start typing those into the chat. There is no limit to how many questions you can ask. So if you have 10 yes or no questions, go ahead and type those in and I will get to as many as I possibly can. But do format the question so it can be answered in yes, no, or undetermined. So I'm very excited to get started. There is, as I said, no limit to how many you can ask. So just type as fast as you can. Anything you'd like to know, I am here to sling those cards for you, my dear. Let's see who we've got first on our lovely list of questions. we are. I can see them flowing in. Firefly starting us off. Does Scorpio want more attention from me? Yes. Flora says, will I meet someone this year? Yes. Jean says, will I make decent profits with my new business idea? Yes. Ooh, more of that. Kenny says, will I visit America in 2026? Do we see that trip? Undetermined. There's more there. Shar says, will I be moving to a new house? Will Shar be moving to a new house? Yes. Flora, this is tricky. Flora says, will I retire this year? Oh, undetermined. Ooh, there's more there. Firefly says, have I captivated Scorpio? That's a good word. Have you captivated Scorpio? No. Kelly says, will I start a new job this month? Let's take a look at August for Kelly. Undetermined, my dear. Firefly says, is Miss W jealous of me? Yes. These cards, my goodness. Kenny says, will I get a promotion at work in I'm going to go with 2026, 2016. That's a past one. Will you get a promotion at work? Yes. Jean says, will my ex Leo make more payments in August for the money he owes me? Undetermined. There's more in there too. Shar says, is there a big life change happening for me soon? Yes. Flora says, will I make my crafts pick up making wreaths? Will I make my crafts pick up making wreaths? I don't know that I understand that question, my dear. If you don't mind rephrasing that, I'll take that one again. Jean says, will I be able to purchase a new car this year? Undetermined. Oh, thank you, my darlings. That was a whole lot of fun. Thank you for making me work. And if you didn't get your question answered, never fear. We will be having another lightning round a little bit later on in the show. So hang on to those yes or no questions that I didn't quite get to. Otherwise, if you want me to dive deeper, you can go ahead and put that specific question into the chat, and I will get to it as the list moves along here. And again, if you're interested in donating, your reading will jump to the front of the line, and we do have options that will give you a longer reading. So we've got the quick reading, which will be up to 5 minutes long, the mini reading, which is untimed. I will go as long as it takes. And if just on one topic, though, one question that we will dive into with the mini reading, and the mega reading, if you've got more than one question, up to 4 different questions, that is also an untimed reading, and that can really sink my teeth into what's going on. You'll see that these 2-minute readings just fly by super quick. Jean says, Cassidy the Cardslinger, thank you for answering 3 of my questions, love. You are so very welcome, my dear. Thank you for those wonderful questions and keeping them rolling. And guys, if you haven't yet, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We've got shows Monday through Friday, all kinds of good stuff coming out every single day. So do stay connected with all of the beautiful things that we've got going on here at My Psychic Connection. All right, my cards are ready to go here. Who have we got on our list tonight? We have got Gemma. Hi, Gemma. Gemma says, how is Adam feeling about his ex contacting him that she knows we're in a relationship now? He has a lot of guilt about how their relationship ended. He's been down and a bit distant since. All right, so how is Adam feeling now that his ex has contacted him? She's aware you're in a relationship. He's got guilt there, and he's been down since. Let's see what's going on for Adam. All right. The first thing I want to say, my dear, despite the fact that you said he's got guilt surrounding how that ended, the largest part I see here is that he's very happy that he's not in that situation anymore. First card I have down here is the Fool, and I'm seeing that he's, unfortunately, with her reaching out and her contacting him, it's almost pulled him back into re-questioning some of the closed doors that he had in his life, or that he's had surrounding this relationship that they've had together. There is no part of him that's interested in communicating with her. It feels that that door is all the way closed. But what he's more concerned about is, are there any parallels from that connection or that relationship that he is bringing forward that could derail or harm the connection that the two of you have? He's more concerned about repeating these patterns, or it's almost like I'm seeing embarrassment for his behavior. I know you said guilt, but embarrassment comes forward here too, where he's in many ways feels very disassociated from who he was while he was in that connection with her. And he's her coming back into the picture here, she's not back in the picture, but her sending that message almost reopened a wound that I would say is largely closed from the healing that he's already done after having walking away from that relationship. So I can see where that took him back a step. He wasn't expecting to speak with her, nor would he ever reach out to her. he never would have made that connection or sent a message. Absolutely not. But the fact that she pulled him back is just reopening some of the difficulty of, it's really reminding him of who he was and the mistakes that he. So that is what I've got for you there, my dear. Thank you very much for your question, and I do hope that that was helpful. And guys, let's see these beautiful emojis coming through. We've got the emoji contest going in full force. If you are just joining us, whoever sends the most emojis tonight will win the only general reading that I will provide here on this show. So if you would like to win that reading a little later on, go ahead and spam those beautiful emojis into the chat. And yeah, I love seeing all of them. I know everybody else seems to have emojis that they really like. I don't know. I like the hearts are always good. The octopus is always good, but I really like them all. So let's just fill up the chat here with these beautiful emojis, and the folks in the back are going to be keeping score of all of those lovely emojis that are coming through. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch up my decks here. Let's go ahead and pick this one up. Excellent. Who have we got next? We have got Firefly Magic. Firefly says, Scorpio is going through a separation and slowing down our connection. We're romantically interested in each other, but holds back. But he holds back? What will I be navigating in this connection? Any growth or progress? Excellent question, my dear. So let's take a look at what Scorpio is going through. We know he's got this separation, the fact that you are romantically interested, and let's see how this is going to look for you, my dear. What can Firefly expect? Connection with Scorpio. Okay. Well, it feels very, when it's hot, it's hot, it's cold, without sounding just wildly cliche. It does seem like anytime there is a couple, let's throw out one more cliche, shall we? One step forward, or it seems more like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That I believe is the proper cliche there. But they seem to fit this situation. I don't see the two of you coming together harmoniously in the short term, my dear. It looks like what he's dealing with that separation. I don't know if there's other people involved, because it seems there's definitely other people involved. Apart from the person that he's separating from, either there's family members, friends, it's different groups of his life. There's a lot of things that seem to be falling apart for Scorpio right now. And I want you to know that it's not because you're not important, but it's very hard to fully capture or captivate someone's attention when they are dealing with so much, when so many parts of their life are really crumbling and falling apart. It's very hard, and it doesn't mean that he's not interested, by the way. So how I see that, it feels like this cycle that you've experienced is going to continue for a bit more time here, honestly, over the next month or two. I don't see a ton of progress, but beyond that, I feel like how I'm seeing this play out is once the separation is getting a bit more in the past and it's becoming a thing of the past, she says, oh no, I feel for him. And honestly, I do too. I don't think he's trying to mess you about or anything, or that he's uncommitted. It's just there's so much on his plate that the Scorpio is just not able to, fully show up to the relationship as they would like to. So hang on. Be supportive in the way that it's not too draining for you, because you need to make sure that you're getting what you need out of this connection. But I do see that there is a high potential for something very beautiful between the two of you if you're willing to be patient with it. It will require both patience and good communication from your side to maintain this connection through this tumultuous time that Scorpio is experiencing. So that is what I have got for you there, my dear, and I do hope that was helpful for you. It happens, right? And this is also why readings can be incredibly useful and incredibly helpful, because a lot of times when we don't know how someone is feeling, especially if communication is not the best, if there is a full separation, if they're not talking at all, to really know where their mind is at, where their head is pulling them at that time. Firefly says, okay, will do, and a heart. Thanks so much. You are very welcome, my dear. So that's one of the places that readings can be super helpful, is trying to understand the best way to act in a situation, or what's really going on for that other person, because maybe they're interested or involved in someone else. Maybe they are really just having, like in that last reading there's just too much going on that, okay, the idea of starting something else right now just seems like way too much work. And even that excitement there, it's just stifled a little bit. So anyways, be patient, be kind, everyone. Everyone is going through their own things, but you know, make sure that we're all taking care of ourselves on our connections as well. So that's what I have to say about that little topic there. All right, we are just cruising right along, folks, and I can see we've got some new folks joining us here. Do come in, do say hello, let me who you are, say hi, and let me know where you're tuning in from. We love to see where everybody is joining us from where everyone is joining us. Excellent. All right, I'm shuffling my cards. I'm ready to sling again. Let's see who we've got next. Kenny is here. Kenny says, will I travel to America in 2026, please? All right, Kenny, my dear, let's take a look for you. We see America trip to the U.S. coming in 2026. All right, so here's the thing. I do see a trip. I see, it feels like there's, I mean, in your travel plans, my dear, it does feel like there's a trip somewhere else before you end up going to the US that ends up delaying your ability to get there sooner. And I don't know if there's some process, how it really is coming forward is that there's either a visa application or something bureaucratic that is slowing this down or holding you back from going there sooner. That also financially, right, seems to be a bit of a tricky thing to, well, financially partly. I don't think you're not able to spend the money to go there. In fact, I don't think that's going to be a problem or derailing the trip, but it seems like either setting that money aside or having that dedicated to the time when you need it, because it feels that there's a number of other demands on your time, a number of other demands on your finances, and it feels like relationships or people that are closest to you are either saying you shouldn't do it, it's maybe a waste of time. There doesn't feel like there's a ton of support to end up, you know, helping you get there sooner than later. So do I actually see you making it that year? That was where I had that undetermined in the yes/no round. I think you absolutely can, but just know that the path that you're on, if you listen to other people who are telling you that it can't happen, what I'm seeing is your desire to do it and your ability to do it gets derailed because you listen to what other people have told you. So can you do it? Yes. Is it likely that you will? If you change your mindset, my darling, absolutely, because otherwise it feels that you have the means to do so. And I can see that trip coming forward. It might end up being perhaps either late 2020. I'm sorry, my dear, I have got the bell, but I do hope that that was helpful for you. And thank you so much for your lovely question. And that's just another thing always to keep in mind, folks, right? Like if you're going through something or if you're in a situation where the mindset that you have has caused some sort of problem or has put you in a difficult position, one of the best things that we could do to get out of that position is to change our mindset, right? The mindset that created the problem is not often the mindset that solves the problem or gets us into a different way of thinking, seeing something differently, or seeing opportunities that are available to us that are, you know, seemingly out of our reach when we are just believing things that really aren't true. So it's always worthy investment to read different books, to watch videos, to listen to people who have different opinions from you, listen to people who have done things that you want to do in life. It's just a wonderful way to get motivated and find, you know, something exciting that you could be really looking for. All right, guys, we are going to cruise it right along here. Who have we got next? Diamond is here saying hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. Wonderful. Hello, Diamond. Thanks for joining us. Do tell me where you're at, folks. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. All right, we are here with the Cardslinger call out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick example of how this one works to get us started, but I'll explain what this is. If you are new and you haven't seen the call out yet, how this works is that what I need from you, if you would like to be called out, is a specific situation or something that's going on for you, something that is happening for you that you are looking to be called out on. I have this deck in front of me here. It is quite absurd. I have referred to it as my ridiculous deck. I mean, these cards are just, they're just so silly. You know, we've got the surf and chimp here. We've got the it's probably nothing card. Like these cards are just an absolute great time. So what I will go ahead and do, if you would like to be called out, go ahead and type in a specific situation that is going on in your life that I can call you out on. You can say my job, my current job, my relationship with so-and-so, some sort of family drama you may be going through or experiencing, some sort of project that you want to get up and running, a dream that you have. Let me know what you would like to be called out on, but I'm going to go ahead and do a quick example here of what this will look like. So like I said before, we're streaming on over 196 different platforms. So this is going to apply to somebody who is listening. And again, if you always want the best information and the correct information for you, always get your own reading. But I'm going to go ahead and call out, let's see what the cards what situation the cards want me to call out. Here we have the baseball goat. Okay, so who I am calling out right now is someone who there was something that you loved to do previously, and for one reason or another, you just don't do it anymore. You're perhaps not as good at it as you used to be. So you think, well, if I'm not at my best, why bother doing it at all? I'm speaking to you if you've lost a passion or you've become disenchanted with a passion that you had in the past. And let's take a look at what the call out is for you. All right, so the cards I have here, I have the all-seeing slice, okay? And I have little Pablo, which is, it's a picture this, folks. It is a baby blowing a trumpet, holding a lobster riding on the back of a frog. Absolutely absurd. So if you have become disenchanted with a particular passion or something that you used to really love in the past, just understand it's really, I'm supposed to keep this to a short phrase, a short sentence, but don't limit yourself with where you are now, thinking that because you aren't exactly as you were, you can't reap any benefits of something that brought you an incredible amount of joy in your past. So that's what I've got to call out there for you, my dears. Let's take a look at who we've got. Shar is interested. Call out for Shar, your current job. Excellent. Let's take a look, my dear. What have I got here to offer you? Surfing Chimp just flipped out. Let's take a look at the call out for Shar at her current job situation. Oh, wow. Okay. This pair is just hilarious. Okay, we have actually one of my favorite cards of this deck. We have the Greased Priest, and we have Big Sexy Satan. Okay, so the Greased Priest and Big Sexy Satan. All right, my dear, your call out for your current job. If you don't face this sizable problem, feels like a person, head on, it'll continue to get worse and you'll continue to hold on to way more than you really should, or than is useful for you to, as it's harming your performance by this additional stress from this Big Sexy Satan, someone that you may respect, but is not good for you, my dear. She says, oh, LOL. That is the call out I've got for you there, my dear. I hope that was helpful for you. Squirrel is our next call out here, and she says, why have I stopped writing songs? All right, we are going to look at a call out here for Squirrel writing songs. Oh my goodness. I have the card of the Birthday Corpse and the card of the Guru, my dear. You've forgotten why you loved it, and you've forgotten how good you are at it. And you feel like you have less to offer now when you in fact have significantly more to offer. That is the call out I have got for you there, my dear. I hope that was helpful. Diamond is here with another call out, and we have got my job situation for Diamond. Let's take a look at you, my dear. What is the call out for Diamond? Okay, there we are. I don't know if I'm allowed to say on the air anymore. So you know what? I'm going to just ask for a card. I believe that everything, okay, I'm going to just, all right, sidestep that, but I will say the original message here, my dear. I've got the card of everything's fine with imagine an explosion and a skull and weird ass mystical shit. So the situation with your work, pretending that everything is fine is only ending up harming yourself, and bringing more of what you are uniquely good at will really help solve this issue that you're facing at work. That is what I've got for you on the call out there, my dear. And I hope that that was helpful for you. Lucy is here with a call out on her current job. Let's take a look, my dear, at what we have for you. Call out for Lucy and your current job situation. Okay. There we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I have the card of urinal death. Absurd. And the rat trout. You missed the value of something. Something was discarded before it had the chance to bring forward what was very useful before it. You discarded something before you could understand how useful it was. And therefore, your best path forward is to merge two ideas that seemingly don't work or don't go together. I hope that was helpful for you, my dear. All right, folks, that was the Card Slinger call out. It is a little bit absurd. The deck is absolutely wild, but thank you all for your wonderful situations. I hope that that was helpful, and I hope that that was a lot of fun. These cards are just, there's a couple that I've had to remove from my deck because I don't know that they are particularly appropriate to share on air, but perhaps I could maybe put that in a short at some point in time. Guys, we have got, Alicia is here. Hello, darling. Come on in. Do say hi if you're tuning in. Adele, I believe, is here from Ireland. Hello, my darling. Welcome, welcome. This is so nice seeing all these lovely folks tuning in. And I was just quickly alluding to the shorts. We have got shorts that come out every single day, not just Monday to Friday like all of the live shows, but they come out Saturday to Saturday, Monday to Monday, 7 days a week, 24/7. You can find our new shorts. They come out every single day. We've got actually a really cool mix of different shorts on there. Kay's got her Alice cards that are just incredibly insightful and very, very intuitive. I love how she takes that story and brings it forward to something that's always very relevant for my day. Or everyone's day, actually. Energy has her Numero Tarot series, which is so fascinating if you're interested at all in numerology and how the energy of the day is best being presented and what you can expect for the day. We have Journey's angel numbers that are just, they are so beautifully insightful and so uplifting. They're just something that you should really enjoy with your morning coffee or as you're winding down for bed. Plus, you have my cards of the day. So if you're interested in a little bit of card wisdom, check those out. Head on over to YouTube, type in My Psychic Connection, subscribe to that channel, and check out our short series that we have every single day. All right, enough of all that. Let's sling some more cards here. Who have we got next? We have got Nita. Hi, Nita. Nita is asking, hi, is JJ a better love partner for me than AG? Okay, let's take a look. Oh, this is a great question. It's specific. We're going to see who's going to be the right one for you, my dear. Who is a better love partner for you, JJ or AG? Like this. We're going to compare the two. So let's take a look at JJ first. We have JJ, and then we have AG. Is JJ a better love partner than AG? I do not believe so. I'm not trusting JJ entirely with where JJ is at right now. Got the card, the Five of Swords and the Devil reversed, so there's certainly a temptation there about what JJ is offering. But I don't believe JJ is being entirely truthful, entirely upfront and honest about who they are, about what they want. There's a little bit of a snake-like, and I hate how bad of a reputation that snakes get, because I do love me some snakes, but in a bad way, right? If this behavior is a bit snaky, I don't feel that JJ is going to be able to offer you what you need and what you're looking for in a partner. This is not a place that seems safe for your heart right now. Could that possibly change in the future? It could in a while. So I don't think you need to write JJ off entirely, but I do not like the JJ that I'm seeing today and right now, that your heart is not safe there. When we're looking on the other side for AG, it's not, AG's got their own complications. One of them being, I think AG is not a great communicator. You're having a hard time understanding what they want. They either just don't speak, or they speak in riddles, or they are even a little bit temperamental, perhaps a bit immature with the way that they act. But on the other side here, it does feel that they understand you more emotionally than this JJ person would. Now, oh my goodness, Starlin. That was a juicy and spicy question. Thank you very much for that. I hope that was helpful for you there. Remember, folks, if you do want to jump the list or get a longer reading or dive deeper into your question, the donation link will be available for you there in the chat. And a portion of every donation this month is going to the Shriners Children's Hospital. So in addition to supporting the work that we do here on this channel, we're also passing that along to a beautiful organization that helps people going through very difficult times. So wonderful to be able to partner with such lovely organizations. All right, we are cruising right along here, folks, and I can see the emojis that are just flying in. The emoji contest is still going, so you still have a chance to win. If you'd like to win that general reading a little bit later on, whoever sends the most emojis is going to win that, so keep those coming. The count is still on. I do not envy the folks in the back keeping track of it because it does look like a tight race, so this is so much fun. All right, let's see who we've got next. Folks, we are back with another lightning round. Okay, so in case you missed the first one or you don't know how this one works, for the next, I believe this one is 3 minutes long, I will be answering your yes or no questions rapid fire as quickly as I can read them and sling cards for them. So you can ask as many as you like. You can ask about your love life, about your work, about your spiritual gifts. You can ask whatever you like as long as it's phrased as a yes or no question. So I can't answer when or why or how or any of that good stuff. I cannot provide any additional information, which makes this really tricky because as soon as I lay a card, I've got so much more to say. But do make me work. Do give me some juicy, spicy questions. I want to know what's on your heart. I want to know what's concerning you today. And I am happy to provide a snapshot yes or no answer for you to as many questions as you like. And I will say too, just because I don't believe I said it earlier, if you've received a yes or you receive a no and you're really wanting the other to be true, I am not someone who believes that our life is just fated and there's nothing we can do about it to change a situation. In fact, I believe that's how readings work, is that they bring forward the information that we need at the time. So if you're asking, will I pass my test? And I say no, and that terrifies you. So then you go and study 10 times harder and you end up passing your test. Well, darlings, that's exactly what you needed in that moment. So we can change our situations. Diamond is starting us off strong. Diamond's asking, will I lose my job? Will Diamond lose her job? Undetermined. Ooh. Diamond says, is my relationship over with L? Your relationship over with L? No. That one's complicated. Jean says, will Virgo move to be with me by the end of this year? No. Ava says, will I get unexpected money? Yes. I want some. Jean says, will money look good for me in August? Undetermined. Ooh. Diamond says, will I have enough money to travel with my family in 9 days? Yes. Kelly asks, do you see me leaving my current job? Yes. Alicia says, will I make $700 in Serenity in the next 5 days? No. Audrey says, will I lose my house? No. Ava says, does my move into the new apartment go seamlessly? Seamlessly? No. Firefly says, does Scorpio get jealous when I get male attention? These questions, guys? Yes. These cards with these questions. Shar says, will I be starting a new career? Should I be starting a new career? Yes. Jean says, am I supposed to be looking for a second job? Undetermined. Ooh. Mystic Sense says, will I ever get to use any psychic gifts to help others in the future? Ooh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, that's a good one. Firefly says, will Taurus still try to contact me? Is Taurus trying to contact you? No. Diamond says, is my boss picking on me because she can? Yes. Ooh. Ava says, should I call and talk to David? Undetermined. Hard. Florence says, will I remarry? Yes. Florence says, will my son meet someone this year? No. Diamond said, should I stay at my job? No. That was fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for those questions. That was a juicy and spicy yes or no round. Thank you so much for those questions. That was very tricky. That was very fun. There is so much more going on. Thank you for those excellent questions. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope that that was helpful. And as I mentioned before, if you didn't get the answer that you wanted, it doesn't mean that you can't change it. Or if you're interested in more information on what I answered for you there, you can type your specific question into the chat there as well, and I will get to you as soon as possible. So, guys, that was a blast. Oh, that was a lot of fun. That's a lot of cards being slung. Yeah, I think slung would be the right past tense. A lot of cards being slung, my dears. So one of the things I wanted to talk about before we jump into the next question here, it is August 1st, right? Happy August 1st. Shar says, will my battery on my phone last till the end of this stream? Oh my gosh, let's take a look. I'm so curious. Will it? Oh, I think it's almost. Oh dear. That's a great question. I love that one. Sorry, where was I at? Yes, it is August 1st, folks. So we have got the whole month ahead of us. The first day of the month. I hope that everyone is enjoying and feeling this fresh new energy of the number one. If there's anything that you're wanting to do this month, I know January 1st is one of those months where folks really like to set a goal for themselves for the year. And sometimes by February 1st, we're well on our way, or perhaps we didn't quite make it where we want to go. So if there is anything you're wanting to achieve for this month, a goal that you want to set for yourself, go ahead and share it in the chat with us tonight. And I can be someone, and I'm happy to be that person for you, to continue to check in with you over the next couple of weeks. I want to know how it continues to go. We have got 1 month. If you want to set some sort of realistic goal for yourself, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What habit do you want to have by September 1st? I would love to see what ways we're wanting to improve ourselves. Is there a book you're wanting to read? Is there a skill you're wanting to invest yourself more into? It's a wonderful way to set sort of a timeline for what could be possible for you over the next 30 days or so. Well, yeah, sorry about that. Yes. So let me know, what is your goal for August? And even if it's just to have fun, you saw Squirrel's show. That is what Leo season is largely all about here, folks. What do you want out of the next month? Go into it intentionally and let's kick its butt. Let's have a good time. All right, moving right along, folks. Who have we got next? We have got Mohit. Hello, my dear, is asking question, why do patterns of stress show up on the job front? What's next for me? Ooh, that is a good question, my dear. I am actually going to use this deck for that. So why do patterns of stress show up on the job front, and what is next for me? I imagine this is in the context of work here, my dear. So let's take a look at what's going on for you on the job front. If you're here, my dear, do you want to let me know if you're currently employed or if you are looking for work? Doesn't feel like you are working at the moment, or at very least you are not invested in what you're currently doing, and for the right reasons, my dear. It doesn't look like you are fulfilled, happy, or enjoying your work situation at all. But the stress on the job front, okay, there's a couple of things going on here. One, the work environment. You haven't had a work environment that feels very supportive. It feels to me, what I'm seeing here is why there's been a lot of stress. The passion, the excitement, the drive to be there has just really been lost due to the circumstances that you found yourself in and where you've been working. And my dear, the other thing I need to say, and I'm saying this with love, but it's something you need to hear, I've got the laziness card in reverse. So where we're seeing stress, my darling, is your inability, or your current, it's not an inability. I need to be very clear about that. Your unwillingness to stand up for and change things that really need to be changed in your work situation. I'm going to say that one with love, my dear, and I can see why, right? I've got the card of exhaustion here too. So I'm not trying to judge that you're not doing enough, but do know you can do more to change how stressful the work situation looks like, because it feels like there's a lack of efficiency. It feels that the work that you've been doing, how you've been approaching it, is very inefficient, trying to take on too many things, not being able to invest yourself fully in one or two things. Also got the card of patience here in reverse. So I want to let you know I do see things getting better for you. But what I really want from you, my dear, is to be more intentional and more conscious going forward. Just chop that little sentence off, my dear. I hope that was helpful for you. Certainly good luck. I hope that, you know, you can find what you're looking for on the job front. And that's sort of like a similar reminder to the yes/no round, right? We can always change our situation. There's always a path forward, even if we have to go back where we came from. Ava is here saying, hi, everyone. Hello, my dear. This is so nice. If you are just joining us, do say hi. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And let me know what you want for the month of August. Kelly is here and says, I need to learn to make more time for myself and treat myself. Oh, that's such a good one, my darling. Okay, your homework. And please report back next Thursday at Cassidy The Cardslinger at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me know one thing you've done for yourself. If you've set aside, and I don't care, my dear, if it's only been 10 minutes, if it's been 5 minutes, if you can get an hour together, that is your homework for the next week. Just start small with something that's sustainable. Maybe try 5 minutes a day, try an hour on the weekend, but make yourself a plan to gift that to yourself. So it's something that you can actually do and something you can actually accomplish. We need to prioritize these things, folks, if we want to change our situation. If we sit here and talk about it, that's all good. But until we actually do something, our circumstances will not change. Most of us aren't getting, most of us aren't winning the lottery or having someone come in to save us. So who wants that anyways, guys? We can go out there and change things for ourselves. Cool. So let me know, darlings, what you've got planned for the month of August, and we'll go ahead and take our next question. We have got Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Lisa says, what can you tell me? I'm emotional and need $700 to $800 in sales from company Serenity in 5 days. All right, my dear. I remember this one coming up on the yes or no round. So let's take a look at what I can see for you here. What I can tell you about your success level of getting the $700 to $800 in sales in the next 5 days. All right. Okay. And I believe I said no during the yes, no round, my dear, but now I'm glad that we're diving into this one a little bit more because I just want to extend you a big hug, my dear. I can understand that this is very stressful and why you're emotional about this seems to be not just with what's going on at work. An unrelated issue with someone else seems to be really weighing on your heart. But to keep this in the phrase of what you're asking here, your approach to how you're wanting to make this money is not fully informed, and it's not the best path forward. You're missing vital information for how you could make this money work. I don't believe you can do it on your own, but I do believe that you can do it. Is there a mentor? Is there a guidebook? Is there someone, a partner that can help you make this work over the next few days? It does look like that really short time span that you're asking about. It feels not impossible, but quite unrealistic. It seems like too short of an amount of time. If you give yourself a week, maybe even 2 weeks, I can see that happening. But what this is really calling for is you needing to accept help and ask for help. Whatever sort of support that you can get in this situation. Like I said, it doesn't seem like it's entirely impossible, but that is a really big ask with how you are with your current approach. You need to change up what you are doing. Without knowing more about the nature of your work, I will say your own ability to influence how much money you're making does not make this impossible. It's gonna, there's a whole lot there, my dear. I hope that was helpful for you. I'm certainly wishing you good luck. Do everything that you can. It's not impossible, but it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot. And that's, I hope that doesn't scare anyone if you're thinking about that, right, too? Because anytime you're wanting to make a change in your life, any small step that you can take is always one in the right direction. When they say, if you're wanting to work out, right, and maybe you're wanting to work out an hour a day, 5 days a week. Well, realizing that 10 minutes, 3 days a week is better than no minutes, no days a week. So when you are setting goals for yourself, if you can make them realistic, if you can make them sustainable and achievable within what you're currently doing, you're going to be a lot more likely to be able to stick with it and increase that thing in your life. So make sure when we're setting our goals that they are achievable, that they are something that we can actually do and build on that. We want to make those habits first, and then we want to enjoy the fruits of our habit formation. So all that good stuff. So many good things going on here tonight, folks. This is so wonderful. Thank you all for tuning in. Do remember, guys, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, Journey Ryan Live is back. He is on his 3rd show, I believe, now of his season. So definitely check him out. He will be on same time tomorrow night. And then on Monday, we have the beautiful Psychic Kay. Yes, Kay, the intuitive empath, will be back on Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. So those will be your next 2 opportunities for live shows. So definitely check those out. All right, we're going to switch up decks again just because I can. Who have we got next? Ava is here. Ava says, can I know about my apartment situation? I am moving in same complex. I have been fighting with the leasing office because of roaches. Okay, my dear, you the one who had asked about the, will my move go seamlessly? That didn't look like it was going to be so seamless. So let's take a look here. You're moving in the same complex. You've been fighting with the leasing office because of roaches. I am so sorry, my dear. What a nightmare. Let's take a look at what we can see here going on with that move. And if there's anything that you can do. Okay. The first thing being, my dear, really knowing what your rights are will hold you certainly in good stead. It's like when you are coming to the person you are speaking with, either handing them the bit of legislation that shows what they are responsible for, just being really informed about what you are due, what you are owed, and what is actually included in your rental contract. I've got the King of Swords as well as the Ace of Pentacles here. So, you know, they are collecting your money, but what service are you actually getting out of it? Where I said before, it doesn't seem as though it goes seamless. Part of it seems the packing, right, my dear? Don't leave that to the last minute. And I don't know if you don't currently have anyone planned to help you, but it might, how this looks like there's someone that you may be asking for to help and then bows out at the last minute. So try and arrange support for the move where you can, where absolutely possible here. More hands, multiple hands, many hands make light work, something to that effect. But it does look like it's not going to be too bad if you're someone that can't be argued with. Because it does feel like the landlord, the people in power here are neglectful and are not doing the things that they're actually legally obligated and required to do. They have to provide you a inhabitable space. And, you know, if you're dealing with roaches, some level of infestation is not an inhabitable space. That's what I've got for you there, my dear. I hope that was helpful for you, but thank you so much for your lovely question, and I'm wishing you well and good luck on your move. How does everybody feel about moving? The moving is something I have done, well, dozens of times in my life. It's something that I was becoming an annual thing for a good chunk of time here. She says, I'm trying to pack now. I have been arguing for 2 months. Yeah, exactly. And that's just such a pain. She says, and I am packing. Okay, good. Excellent. Excellent. You know, when we're planning for a move or something like that, and I've fallen victim to this too, leaving things a little bit to the last minute, trying to say, folks, you have more stuff than you think you do. So if you are planning a move, just remember the earlier that you get started, the better, which of course is tricky, right? Who wants to be living out of packed boxes if you're not moving right away? So it's a whole thing. It's a whole darn thing. But anyone out there who is listening, if you're dealing with a situation where you have legal rights to something, there is a contract in place, there is some sort of authority that can enforce a situation that you're working with, if there is an office that you can call, it's always best if you can deal with a situation between you and the person that you're dealing with. People are unreasonable, people are neglectful, and sometimes they are not doing their end of the bargain. So don't be afraid to escalate to the correct authorities or to the people who have power over who you are dealing with if someone is being neglectful in what they're supposed to be doing. Pull out the big guns as necessary, my dears. Hopefully most of us don't need to do that, but hey, that's the nature of things. Life is not always so straightforward. All right, my dears, let's take a look at who we've got next on this lovely list tonight. All right, my dear, I'm going to go ahead and call you 48. 48 says, I am from India. Hello, my dear. I am struggling since the last 14 months. Jobless, doing freelance and business and struggling. When will I find light? All right, my dear. My heart is certainly going out to you. I really hope that we can see something better or different on the horizon for you, but certainly don't give up. Let's take a look. You're already doing freelance and have a business going. Let's take a look at what I can see for you there, my dear. Okay. Certainly don't give up. Do not give up hope. Do not stop going. Don't become so disenchanted that you feel like things will never get better. Because, my dear, it just feels, I don't want you to become fully a victim of your circumstance. Because first thing you need to understand is how you are right now, what you're experiencing, that's not how things are always going to be. As long as you continue to show up for yourself and show up for your work, continuing to invest in yourself, it looks like right now, I'm going to be fully honest with you, there's not a lot of options, or at least there's seemingly not a lot of options. You have tried a lot of things that haven't really worked out, and the Ace of Cups reversed, it's feeling so disenchanted, where why bother trying? Because when I tried, there was nothing that I got from this, and everything seems so very uncertain. People are backing out on things. Something sounds like it might be a good opportunity, and then it's a scam, or there's nothing there. I can see the amount of bad things that have crossed your path to really disenchant you and make you feel like, well, what's the point? Where to go? So this is a state of being. This is not who you are. You're not someone who is going to be in this situation forever. You will unfortunately be there for a little while longer, but certainly not forever. So, okay, my dear, the first thing I want to say, you have another skill set that I believe needs to be built upon for you to move forward. If you can get some sort of certificate, some sort of additional training, it doesn't feel like it's a ton of extra work. I'm sorry, my dear. I hope that was helpful for you. Keep going. Don't give up. There's always something better out there for all of us. I think the first thing, the worst mistake that we can make is accepting a difficult situation as our reality, as our lot in life. Said it 100 times on the show, but it's really something I believe to be true, that we can change our situation, our circumstance, what's going on for us. There's always a path forward. And one other thing, just because I had a note about this, and it's kind of interesting to think about, where a lot of times when we're looking at the options that we have available to us, it can be, I have option A or option B. And just be very careful with the framework that you put in place when you are making these choices. Because more likely than not, there is some option C and maybe even an option D that you have not considered that was outside of your original understanding. Even if you think you're stuck and there's no path forward, there always is a path forward. There's always something that can be done. So never give up, folks. If you're going through a hard time, my heart goes out to you, and just keep going. We're not at the end. We're far from the ends, my dear. We're not at the end of the show yet either. So let's go ahead and see who we've got next on our lovely list tonight. Kelly is here, my dear. Kelly says, I wanted to see about my career and if a new job is coming up. Oh, darling, do we see a new career for you? And do we see a new job coming up? Let's take a look at what's going on for you in your work. For dear Kelly. Okay. For who you are, Kelly, for what you bring to the table, for what you offer to the workplace, if you're currently employed, you are underpaid. And if you are currently unemployed, you have not been paid what is acceptable or on par with what you can bring and what you can offer. It brings to mind, that story about how, well, it's not a story, but if you think about it, right? The same water bottle that is 99 cents at the convenience store is going to be $8.99 on the plane. She says definitely underpaid. Absolutely. The first thing I need to say to you, my dear, is you are underpaid, but you're also in the wrong area. You can't capitalize on your skill set in an area where people are not appreciating you and what you're bringing forward. I've got the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Three of Swords reversed. So it feels like there's no love in the area that you work. It is really time to move on and move forward. But I need you to, when you're thinking about what's next, don't devalue the experience that you have. You need to rephrase and understand for yourself what experience you have, what you're bringing to the table, and promote and present yourself that way when you're looking for new jobs. Don't discount manager positions or positions that you've never had, because it really looks like you're you have a greater skill set that you can call upon, but you're either not exploring it or you're not trying to capitalize it on it enough. She says, I took a pay cut. This job is not my skill set. Okay. So I can see that. And I see that here. And it's not like the situation where, oh, I took a pay cut for something that okay. Shoot for the stars, my dear. Where's that one? Shoot for the moon. And even if you miss, you land amongst the stars. I'm going to stop with the cliches now. But that seems to really fit there, my dear. So don't give up. Keep moving it right along. Okay, folks, we are here. That time of the night, the emoji contest. We have got our winner, and Shar, congratulations, my dear. Thank you so much, everyone, for sending all of those beautiful emojis. We've got a note here from the folks in the back. Wow, that was such a close race. It must have been, because it was very neck and neck for those of you who were playing along here tonight. So, Shar, congratulations, my darling. Shar is here saying, woohoo, yes, darling. Where is the deck? Right here. I am going to lay some cards for you. So, Shar, my dear, this is the only time on the show I will offer a general reading. So let's take a look at what I have for you, what message or what note there is for you at this time from the cards. As I said, yeah, this is the only general opportunity here on the show. If you do want a general reading, check out mypsychicconnection.com. But let's take a look at what we've got for you, Shar, my dear. And thank you again for all of the beautiful emojis. So I actually use a couple of oracle decks for me here. Okay. All right. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, my dear. So I have a couple of cards here. They seem to be, relatively related to the earth element, so keeping that in mind. The very first card I have here is card number 3. And if you can see what's going on in the photo here, there is a woman walking through her garden, chopping off heads of these plants that are growing with little skulls with little horns on them. So the thing is she has already started this. She says, thank you, excited, excellent, my dear. So I want to congratulate you on this path you have already started, of chopping off certain levels of BS that you've had in your life, things that are just a constant drain on your energy, things that are not good for you. You may even have already started stopping to watch content, consume things that are just not getting you where you want to go. Stop associating with certain people that are just not in your best interest right now. She says, need that sexy Satan card again? Yes, I love that deck for that particular reason. But it feels like you are already well on the path to getting rid of a number of the problems that you had in your life. And what I want to say here is continuing to do that, identifying what these things are and actively removing them is really something that's going to continue to serve you well. You've already started, and I would like to congratulate you on that and say well done for making these concerted efforts that you have already started doing. So excellent. Keep going. There's more weeds to pull out of the garden. That was almost a cliche. She says, yes, I've had lots of BS. So that's the thing too, is right, understanding that it's there, recognizing how to uproot it. And if you can't uproot it, can you at least in some regard chop its little head off? So well done. Keep doing that. Your work is not done in that regard. The next card I have here is grounding. It says, go deep and explore your roots, as well as the card here of cleansing waters. It says, purification activates vibrant life force. Oh, my goodness. That sounds so lovely. So I actually like how these all work together, right? Once you start getting some of this BS up out of your life, and that's the thing with weeds, they grow back. They grow back unless you continue to tend to them. So if there are certain habits that you are wanting to get rid of that you've started to knock, there's certain people you want to stop associating with, watch out for them wanting to come back. What you need to do is replace these practices, these things in your life with something that is serving you in a way that is, beneficial, something that you are wanting to cultivate and something you're wanting to spend more time doing. So with this grounding card here where it says, go deep, explore your roots, spending a bit of time, with yourself, by yourself, alone, reacquainting yourself with, I don't know if you're a reader, my dear, if you're interested in reading books or even reading cards, something like that, but it's a call for you to really disconnect, not just from the BS, but sometimes from the good stuff too. There's a call for you to come back into yourself. She says, sounds positive. Yes, I do believe it is positive, my dear. Just continue to do that work. With that card here of cleansing waters, where it's purification activates vibrant life force. This is wonderful, right? One of these cards, my little green screen's pulling up the back here. One card's a woman sitting by the water, sitting under a tree reading a book. And the other side, she is swimming in the water with her eyes closed, going for a nice swim and just purifying, cleansing herself. So the real theme that's surrounding all of this is just getting rid of the guk in your life, continuing to do that and cultivating practices that are really feeding you and are fueling you, that make you feel like, hey, okay, I am ready to take on the day. It's going to require your conscious effort to continue to do these things. But as you are continuing to tend to those little gardens, getting rid of stuff and re-getting rid of them when they try to grow back up, my dear, just reacquainting yourself with either the deeper parts of you that you don't experience very often, and just staying more rooted in who you are. That sounds a little wild, but staying more rooted in a more authentic way of being, I want to say, something that is less preoccupied by stressful, negative, challenging things that may be trying to pop up in your life. So excellent work that you have done so far. Keep doing it. Continue to tend to that garden, my dear. And thank you so very much for all of the emojis again. I hope that reading was helpful for you. She says, sounds good to me. Out with the yuck. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a wonderful way of thinking of it. All right, guys, we have reached the end of the show. Thank you all so very much for the wonderful love that you have shared with me tonight. This has been so much fun. Definitely check out tomorrow, guys. We've got Journey Ryan live at 10 o'clock Eastern time. He is our Friday guy. So do check out his show. He is amazing. He's so much fun. So do not miss that. And make sure you are subscribed to our channel. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook at My Psychic Connection. We've got the nice silver circle with the blue tree in it, and you can stay connected with all of the beautiful content. We've got shows Monday to Friday, all that good stuff. So wonderful, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's kick August's butt. This is Cassidy the Cardslinger signing off, and we will see you next Thursday. Bye.